for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. We're all affected by the decisions we make and our past and things that have happened to us, so it's not surprising that a lot of crime fiction novels explore that link between past and present. And it can be an interesting plot point, too. Let's take a look at a novel like that today and turn the spotlight on Chris McGeorge's Now You See Me. Robin Ferringham is a recently successful author who deeply grieves the loss of his wife, Samantha. She went missing 3 years ago and no trace of her has ever been found, not even a body. One day, Robin gets a call from a young man named Matthew McConnell who claims to have a message from Samantha. Matthew's in prison in connection with the disappearance of 5 university students, and he wants Robin's help to prove he's innocent and get him out of prison. Robin doesn't know how Matthew would have known Samantha or why Matthew would call him or ask for his help. But the message Matthew gives him could only have come from Samantha. After doing some background reading, Robin decides to go to Newhall, the prison where Matthew's being held, and talk to him in person. So he travels to the town of Marsden, not far from the prison where the incident occurred. Robin soon learns that 3 years earlier, Matthew had worked as a canal boat pilot on the Standage Canal, which boasts the largest tunnel in England. One day, he piloted 5 of his friends through the tunnel, only he came out. Searches for the others haven't been successful, and it's assumed that Matthew is responsible for what happened to them. He claims that he's innocent and doesn't know what happened to the others, but nobody believes him, and he's now in prison. He asks Robin for help in proving he's not guilty, in exchange for which he'll give Robin more information about Samantha. Robin is well aware that Matthew may be manipulating him, but he's driven to find out what happened to his wife. So he agrees and starts working on finding out what really happened at the Standage Tunnel. It's not going to be easy, though. Nobody in town wants Matthew out of prison, as everyone is completely convinced that he's guilty. What's more, it's hard to imagine how anyone, including Matthew, could have made 5 people just disappear. With help from an enigmatic online journalist who calls herself Sally, Robin digs into the case. In the end, he and we find out what happened. So what are the elements in this novel? What are the elements that underlie the plot and keep it moving? Well, as I say, this is very much a novel where the past influences what happens now. So you might say the novel follows 2 timelines, the current one and one from 3 years earlier. It's not strictly linear, but it's easy to tell which timeline one's reading. And we see here how past choices influence what happens in the present. There are several twists in the novel, and it's not always easy to tell who can be trusted and who can't. Readers who enjoy psychological sorts of stories will appreciate this. As the novel goes on, the different layers of truth and lies comes out, and we learn exactly what happened. The story is told in third person, past tense, with the current timeline told mostly from Robin's point of view. The timeline from 3 years earlier is told from other points of view. It's clear throughout whose point of view is being shared. This is not a light mystery. There is real violence and real danger, and not all the characters are likable. In fact, some are decidedly unlikable. But there is some hope at the end, and we do learn the truth. Now You See Me is the story of one tragic day that changed a number of lives in a small town. It features a puzzling mystery, some enigmatic characters, and a protagonist who is driven to find out the truth about the tunnel and his wife. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.